Welcome back to what Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an ISM, it's a Tier 8 Soviet Heavy. It's located on the northeast spawn of Arctic region under the command of Mermaid SD. And she's about to get trolled. Yeah, I'm afraid there is a troll in this game. We don't know who it is yet because she didn't mention in the replay, but she told me it was a troll. I think it might be one of the enemies, yeah, one of his teammates, oh, her teammates, and there it is, it's the 703. Excuse me, a slight cough there. Yep, the 703 version 2. It's just fired on Mermaid for no reason. Of course, it doesn't do any damage now because Wargaming has actually taken damage out of the game. Mermaid SD said, "What's your problem?" And she's decided to start playing the game again. She actually hasn't damaged him at all. And I would advise anyone not to damage somebody who's trolling you. Because not only does it actually disqualify you from medals, but at least in my experience, it disqualifies you from a high caliber. But also it's no good trying to act like a troll in return. You're much better off just ignoring their actions, even if they repeatedly fire at you, and eventually they'll get bored and go away. But what the 7032 is doing now is actually potentially dangerous for Mermaid, because he's pushing her into the line of fire. And so ideally what she wants to do is get away from him so he can't do that, because if he pushes her out in front of the enemy, she's going to get killed and it's all going to get blamed on her, not him. So you can see she's now occupying this corner and looking north or northwest towards the enemy. And the 703 version 2 has actually got bored and has gone down to the corner. There's no reason for Mermaid to actually take part in the game if something like this happens. Okay, and now she's using a harsh language. Again, I wouldn't recommend that because that is also against Wargaming's rules. And, well, or whilst it's not a bannable offence, it might get you a chat ban. Well, I think they're going to lose this one, and I'm pretty sure that Mermaid has actually decided just not to play anymore. And she's just given up playing for this game because her game's already been ruined. Oh, she just killed a Scorpion G though, and she's trying to get shots on an LTTB, so I'm wrong. She is still playing the game, but not for much longer. The AMX M449 is now trying to use her as a human shield. And Mermaid's just been hit. And she's been repeatedly hit by the enemy. And yep, she's not going to last long. Well, I suppose the game was ruined the moment the 7032 decided to fire on her. And basically it's down to him. He's the idiot in this game. This game's a total loss because not enough heavies went south. And one of the heavies actually went round the northwest corner, the 50 TP, out of position. If he'd been down in the south and they'd all gone down there together, I think they might have stood a chance of holding back that horde. But as it is, this is going to be a loss. And fairly quick. Well, the enemy's got somebody in the cap. I think it's that AMX M449. I think he's doing that just to force everyone to come back to the cap. It's having the desired effect. Progetto's trying to come back. The Scorpion G is. And the others are now turned around and are headed back. But the enemy did lose their 7032 as well. But they've got enough tanks sitting on that corner that I don't think any of the team members are going to get closer, much closer than the Progetto. And I think he's about to get chased and shot in the rear by a Centurion 1. If you do get killed in battle, by the way, it can actually be quite helpful if you click the button so that you can transfer over to the nearest teammate or platoon mate, so we can see what's going on with the battle, because it's kind of boring sitting here watching a dead tank rather than actually watching the battle. Well, they've almost capped out. There's been some further conversation in chat. I think you may have spotted that. And blame is being laid at certain people's feet. And they've stopped capping. I think it's now no cap kill all. And there's only one tank left. It's the Type 59. He's only got 4 hit points. And he's going to be dead very shortly. One of the enemy just crashed into one of the rocks and the Type 59's gone. That's it. So, battle lost because of trolls. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats and we'll see exactly who is the culprit. Well, you can see that Mermaid did actually get some damage on the enemy. She actually killed an enemy tank, a Scorpion G. And that only gave her a win 8 of 97, but let's have a look at the team details, the team scores. Well, there she is, right down at the bottom of the table. Only 369 hit points and 1 kill. But let's have a look at 703. Didn't get any kills at all. 786 hit points. This is the troll. Now let's check and see, is this person using the anonymizer? Wait for the results to come up. No, he's not using the anonymizer. DoplGangr is the name of the player, and he's got quite a good rating with 3,842 battles under his belt and a number of awards, but on this occasion he decided to act as an idiot and troll someone, and of course it's come back to bite them in the bum, so to speak. And this battle didn't need to be a loss, but it was a loss because of him. Now this battle took place on the NA server, so be aware that if DoplGangr is on your team, yeah, this guy is an idiot and a troll, and therefore you should treat him accordingly. Preferably just put him in a padded cell and throw soft toys at him until he quietens down. That's all I can think of for the moment, but Wargaming, all I can say to you is you need to remove these players from the game as quickly as possible, because these people are actually going to destroy your customer base. If people get trolled, they're going to want to leave the game. They'll go to another game. I know many players who actually do play other games on a regular basis. And have you noticed that Jingles doesn't really play World of Tanks anymore? He tends to play World of Warships and other games and does videos about them. And the reason I think he does that is because, well, it's not because he's bored with World of Tanks, it's that obviously he wants diversity. And in this occasion, it appears that he's one of those people who is churning onto other games, and that could mean you're losing customers. So maybe you need to ban these trolls and get rid of them so that they can't lose more customers for you. Just a thought.